Every day, small choices and events push the Pokemon video game championship toward its next big historical moment. The first major tournament of the season just wrapped up, and the results are already shaping the path to Worlds 2026. Plus, more Mega Evolution Pokemon were revealed. The competitive community is going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm Professor Josh. I think the lamp is still in the shot, and these are the stories I think are shaping competitive Pokemon history. The first official tournament of the season just ended, and with that, the race to Worlds has officially begun. Players are either celebrating or mourning the results of the Grand Challenge, the first online tournament of the 2026 season.
Top 8 in the GC, feeling really happy about my consistency lately. Basque Legion's broken. 2026 Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Grand Challenge 1, Day 3, game over. I lost 17-18.
If you're unfamiliar, Grand Challenges are similar to the Global Challenges. Both are official, online, closed team sheet tournaments open to the public. The big difference being the Grand Challenge is exclusive to regions that use the championship point system, while the Global Challenges are just open to everyone. But the most important thing, this tournament awards up to 75 championship points. That means that top players take it very seriously.
Finished 18th at GC1, 33-12. Hope it's good enough for NA Top 8. I had a mid-start, but glad I was able to come back with 7-win streak in the last 7 games.
So why should you care? The teams that succeed here often shape the early in-person metagame for regionals and beyond. And lucky for you, I've got the teams right here. Third place went to Joji Kaida, aka Suika, running Mousehold, Annihilate, Talonflame, Dragonite, Rillaboom, and Goldango. Second place was Hector Sanchez with Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Sneasler, Dragonite, Volcarona, and King Gambit. And finally, first place went to David Fazio, using Ursaluna Bloodmoon, Rillaboom, Goldango, Alolan Ninetales, Incineroar, and Sneasler.
Disclaimer: this data is pulled from information made public by tournament participants. Some findings may be incomplete or skewed because players hide information for future events.
Don't be a jerk if you see something you don't like. Also, this took a very long time to make, so if you find this helpful, please like the video and subscribe for more reports. Thank you. So now that we've seen who won, let's break down what the players were using. The top 6 most used Pokemon: Goldango at 57% usage, Dragonite at 43%, and then tied at about 36% was Ursaluna Bloodmoon, Incineroar, Sneasler, and Annihilate. Somewhere in Italy, there's a player putting all 6 of those Pokemon in the builder right now. I know how you guys are. The most common team cores were Dragonite, Goldango, Rillaboom. Or, if you're cool, Dragonite, Goldango, and Alolan Ninetales. Oh, so cool. As for speed control, 20% of the top teams had Tailwind, 20% had Trick Room, and only 7% could run both. But the most popular method of speed control by far, the move Fake Out. A whopping 79% of teams had at least one Fake Out user. And I bet that was super fun to face in a closed team sheet tournament. And lastly, for weather, snow and rain showed up in about equal measures, but the biggest loser of the weekend, sand. Good night, Tyranitar, my sweet Rocky Prince. Now, my takeaway from all of this is that balanced teams are in a pretty strong spot heading into the weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised to see teams with those balanced elements making deep runs into the first few regionals. I'm also starting to wonder if Pokemon like Indeedee and Farigiraf will rise in popularity as Fake Out spam becomes more and more common. We'll see. Shout out to everyone who shared their teams. Seriously, super helpful. And before we move on, one more shout out to the bold, possibly elite players who brought a certain very special Pokemon to the Grand Challenge. You already know who I'm talking about. My friend Malamar. Malamar is just so cute. I love my friend Malamar. Do you love Malamar? I love my friend Malamar. Malamar is so cute. With new Mega Evolutions being revealed for Legends ZA, the community is once again asking the only question that matters. Is it broken? The Pokemon Company has officially announced Mega Malamar, and naturally, the competitive community is racking their brains to figure out if the big squid is going to make waves in the metagame.
I think it's going to get an ability based on mind control. They really push that in the marketing. Maybe immediate confusion on switching? Not sure how they'd illustrate that. My prediction is an ability/move based on infatuation, with his hypnotizing people to be friendly. Imagine a Pokemon that can inflict infatuation on any Pokemon regardless of gender, including genderless. Yes, it's more sleek, but I think that most likely its bulk just remains unchanged. I'm guessing it'll be just plus 10 attack, plus 60 or so special attack, and plus 30 speed. Maybe only plus 20 speed.
Now, just like the Pokemon we covered in my last report, link on the screen and in the description, we don't actually know when or even if Mega Malamar will be legal in VGC, but that hasn't stopped trainers from speculating. And right now, the community seems even more divided on this one than they were with Mega Dragonite. Some think it'll flip its role entirely and become a pure offensive sweeper. Others are predicting a bizarre new mechanic entirely.
What if it just makes the foe disobey 50% of the time? Actually, that'd be awful, since it's incredible RNG based, but still.
God, that would be awful. In the end, it seems that the community is leaning toward a disruptive support role for Mega Malamar, something like Thundurus back in 2011. Veteran player somewhere just broke out in a cold sweat with that one. We'll just have to wait and see, but one thing is for certain. My friend Malamar is so cute. My friend Malamar is the best. Don't you agree? Oh my gosh, this is literally being announced as I film this report. The Pokemon Company, in what I can only assume is a direct attempt to test my sanity, is dropping a ton of relevant Pokemon news right now. Alright, let's just try and get through this fast. First up, Shiny Koraidon and Miraidon will be distributed at GameStop locations across the US and at EB Games in Canada and Australia starting on September 26. These Pokemon are extremely meta-relevant. Both have taken home wins at nearly every level of competitive play. Don't miss your chance to pick them up. Next, 5 brand new Mega Evolutions were just revealed. Oh my gosh. Mega Chestnut, Delphox Greninja, Raichu X, and Raichu Y. Yes, that is right, 2 Raichus. The community is already scrambling to figure out what these new forms mean competitively. Here's what we think so far. Mega Chestnut appears to be filling a bulky offensive role, possibly similar to Zamazenta, and may get an ability similar to Stamina. Mega Delphox is rumored to be a speedy support Pokemon, sort of like Mega Gengar. And Mega Greninja seems to be going full glass cannon. As for the Raichus, the thoughts right now is that Mega Raichu X will be a physical attacker, and Y will be a special attacker. Again, this is all developing as we speak, so don't forget to subscribe. I will be sharing updates on their competitive relevance as soon as more information drops. And just so you know, it's also been confirmed that those 3 Mega Stars will not be obtainable through normal gameplay. Instead, their Mega Stones will be available as ranked up rewards in the in-game Battle Club. And finally, this might be the biggest news we've gotten in a long time. Pokemon Legends ZA will have Pokemon Home connectivity in 2026. That's a huge deal. It opens the door to Pokemon from ZA to appear in Pokemon Champions and future competitive formats. But here's the catch. Pokemon transferred into Legends ZA cannot return to other games, and Pokemon from Legends ZA also can't be transferred to other games, at least for now. That does mean that Legends ZA is Generation 10, and we'll have to see how this affects Pokemon Champions once more updates roll out. Again, make sure you subscribe. I'll be unpacking all of this as it develops, and champs, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Future champions are about to be crowned. Just a quick reminder, there are 2 major tournaments happening this weekend. One in Frankfurt, Germany, which will be broadcast live on the official Pokemon YouTube channel. It is probably going on right now. And the other is in Monterrey, Mexico, though that one won't have an official stream. Either way, I'll be back soon with results from Frankfurt and Monterrey, 2 regionals that could give us our first real glimpse at the Regulation H in-person meta. you won't want to miss it. But more importantly, that does mean that very soon we'll see some of the first officially qualified players for Worlds 2026. Players who might just go on to write competitive Pokemon history. Thanks for watching.
Pika pika.
Hey champs, I was just joking about that hypnotism stuff. I just really like Malamar. I'm not actually brainwashed right now.